What's up, North County? I'm your host, Randy Doty, and today we are in studio with Terrie Banish with the City of Atascadero Deputy Manager, right?
Yeah, Deputy City Manager.
Deputy City Manager. Welcome.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me. This is fun. I feel like Johnny Carson.
Who, me or you?
No, you. Yeah, you know.
Awesome. Yeah, well, I feel the same way. I mean, gosh, you're doing a great job in Atascadero. So tell me a little bit about what you do in Atascadero.
Well, first off, it's a team effort. So I'll say that because I couldn't do what I do in my position without everybody else supporting me with public works, police, fire, everybody, recreation. So it's all, it makes it happen. But I am in charge of events, marketing, and outreach. And so what that means is we do all the different events. We market the city. There's a lot of marketing that goes into marketing the different events and things that we do. Tourism, so having people come into the area and enjoy our city and keeping them engaged while they're there. And then we have recreation, which is important to the community, and public information officer is kind of under my belt as well. So.
Wow.
Anything good, bad, and ugly.
There's a lot of stuff.
A lot of things, but a lot of fun. And we've done a lot with the position that what I came into and establishing things like Tamale Festival, Brew at the Zoo, Central Coast Craft Beer Festival, Atascadero Fall Festival. There's all these different things and really working on the event side and bringing a lot of great memories and things that are free for people to attend and just come down and enjoy their city. So, and
I think that's really important, and you guys have done a great job. I mean, I'm born and raised in Atascadero, so I've seen Atascadero change,
a lot.
Night and day.
Yeah.
I always reference Beano's, and Beano's, nobody ever knows where Beano's was at, which was the police station.
Okay.
I
didn't know that either.
Yeah, but it's like the difference between 30, 40 years ago to now, and even in the last 10, 15 years, it's really, starting to take on a new look, a new feel, new everything.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about that.
So with all the marketing efforts that we've been doing over the past 8 years, we really have established, putting Atascadero on the map, so to speak. And from an economic development standpoint, you have La Plaza now, and that building and all of the different restaurants that are coming in and retail and residential, so you can live downtown and have that cool vibe about being downtown. All of those things are starting to happen in our city, and it's through all of the different marketing efforts that we've been doing and really growing and trying to be self-sufficient as well. It's important. Our community is important. Our downtown is important, because without a successful downtown, you won't have a successful city. So there's a lot of focus on the downtown right now, and even our getting into kind of the more government stuff, but we have our downtown infrastructure enhancement plan, which is El Camino Real, and taking it down to 1 lane on each side, adding 200 parking spaces in the middle, and revitalizing that area where we're pulling it down to a real downtown, because Atascadero was established in 1979, so it's fairly a new city that has been established, and before that it was county. So you have 7.5 miles of El Camino Real that's just been, kind of like this long, thriving road that has different businesses all throughout. So really establishing a downtown and making a place where people want to come enjoy all the different things we have. And we have so many beautiful restaurants and eatery, drinking establishments and boutique shops and things like that. So
yeah, I mean, it's really growing. And the beauty of it is really cool. The building, that big, where we said the restaurant at the top of the
Cielo
at the top.
Yeah,
I mean, that building is amazing. And so you're saying that people will be living in there.
Yeah, there's
also?
residential. There's I believe there's even one unit that's up to 3,000, 4,000 square feet. It's like a home basically on the top. Beautiful. The Zappas family, Z Villages, they've done a great job with that whole entire building. There's 2 buildings actually that are there.
Wow.
Yeah, and there's lots of retail that they're putting in, and we have a brewery that's going to be going in, Spent Grain Brewing, so that'll be coming up soon, hopefully in the month of March.
Wow.
So, yeah, a lot of great
Atascadero's just popping, and it's really cool to see. I mean, we talked about this a little bit, that we live in this community in the North County, that there is just so much stuff going on.
Yeah.
So many different events. I mean, literally, you cannot say, "Oh, there's nothing going on this weekend."
No, you can't.
Because there is somewhere.
Yeah, there definitely is. To the point where we're sort of stepping on each other's toes here and there, and we're trying to figure that out on the event side because there's so many things happening, and it's important to get people to our area and really enjoy the things, but also complement each other on when we're planning events, and it's tricky.
So you try to work with like Atascadero or Templeton and Paso with Atascadero, so then that way you guys hopefully maybe get together and say, okay, let's look at our calendar for the year, and what do you guys got going on? We don't want to, have a cruise night when you're having a cruise night and that kind of stuff.
We do our best to do that. So our county, SLOCAL, being our tourism marketing district for the county, those folks are putting together an events and festivals strategy plan. They've already put together this strategy, and I'm a part of that, and so are other destinations in our county, to make sure that we're all looking at the same calendars, that we're checking to make sure. Doesn't mean it won't happen, right?
Sure.
Molly Festival is a perfect example, having to reschedule something that there was a torrential downpour in River of, Ocean,
right?
whatever it was, River of
flooding away.
Yeah, and we had to reschedule it. And my first thing is I called SLOCAL to say, hey, do you see anything for Cinco de Mayo weekend? I've always wanted to try that event on that weekend, and it gives an opportunity to give it a try if we can reschedule it. And they're like, yeah, it's wide open. Well, it wasn't. And so that's the part where, once we get in sync like that, that'll be fantastic for everybody. And then they can go to slocal.com, click on events, whatever area they're in, and everything will be listed there. And at the same time, we all have our own websites. Visit Atascadero.com has all of our events and that sort of thing. But we're working on it. We're growing as a county, but North County, definitely. It's important to make sure.
Well, it's super exciting. It's super exciting, and it's great to see the place that we call home, doing so well. They're focusing on the locals, bringing in the tourists, and the businesses are thriving. So that's really, really awesome. So let's talk about some of the events that you have coming up. So you got our Brew at the Zoo in April, right?
Yes, April 29th. It's the fourth Saturday, or last Saturday, I should say, in April, because now we have 5 Saturdays in April this year. But the last Saturday, in April, starting at 5:30 to 8:30, we have over 15 to 20 different craft breweries, distilleries, cideries, wine, you name it. We'll have Dante Marsh and the Vibe Setters. We'll have garden party out there. Just a lot of fun. People come in costume.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they dress up as animals, and we do a costume contest. We have Medina Light Show and Designs, and Manny will come out there and just do a whole fun games around all of the different costumes and dancing. It's just a ton of fun, and all supporting the animals and the zoo and conservation efforts and education efforts and all of that. So, and it's pretty inexpensive. Right now, tickets are on sale. And $40, that's going to get you all your beer, cider,
$40?
wine. Yeah.
Oh, that's nothing.
Yeah, you got to get your tickets now, because at the gate they'll be $50. But we'll have food trucks there. Obviously, that'll be additional with purchase, and a good variety of food trucks. So it'll be a ton of fun.
And I wonder how many people, because people are moving here, out of the area. I mean, because the Atascadero Zoo is awesome, a great, very, very fun place, but I wonder how many people still don't know that Atascadero has a zoo.
You'd be surprised. I mean, a lot of people, they aren't aware that we have this great little 5-acre zoo that's, in our Atascadero Lake Park area and the lake. And it's just such a beautiful area where it is. And that zoo is an accredited zoo, Association of Zoos and Aquariums. It is an accredited zoo, and what that means is out of 3,000 zoos in the United States, there's only 230 that are accredited, and we're one of them.
Oh, wow.
And so what that means is we're a part of the whole conservation efforts and education, and making sure certain animals, at least trying that they don't become extinct. So there's a lot of that going on, and all of the proceeds for Brew at the Zoo go towards these efforts for the zoo. So it definitely helps with accreditation. And we've been accredited for 25 years. So
wow, that's awesome.
It's very much to be proud of. There's a lot to be accredited. And
whenever I think of the Atascadero Zoo, I always think about getting a drink of water from inside the lion's mouth.
Yeah,
is that still there?
Yes, it is.
Oh, that's awesome. Kids gotta love that.
It has such the memories too when you think about all the different families. I mean, my daughter, I have pictures of her drinking out of that fountain.
Right?
So, and she's now 20. So,
that's amazing.
It's an icon within the zoo.
Yeah. So the end of March, we have another
Yes.
event that we had last year too, right?
We just keep the beer coming,
Yeah.
and flowing. So Central Coast Craft Beer Festival, and Central Coast Craft Beer Festival is brought to you by the Central Coast Brewers Consortium. And there'll be over 50 breweries and over 10 different distilleries, cideries, wineries, and another 10 guest breweries. I'm like picturing all the information in my head here because there's a lot to remember. This is a city-sponsored event, so I can't take ownership of that. I have to give my hats off to Tony Grimes, who's the president of the Central Coast Brewers Consortium, and Andres Nuno, who brings Enfuego events to make all this stuff happen.
Wow.
We have a great partnership with both of them, and it's been a lot of fun growing together through the years. So it's the 6th annual, I believe. It will be in the Sunken Gardens on March 25th.
Oh, this has been 6 years? This will be 6 years? Oh my gosh.
6th annual. I'm pretty sure I got to cheat almost to look at my notes, but it has been around for quite some time. So.
And that's in the Sunken Gardens downtown Atascadero. Now, do you reference it Sunken Gardens or do you reference it downtown Atascadero?
I say downtown Atascadero because Sunken Gardens is the pivotal center of the downtown along with historic City Hall. So that whole area is kind of our main hub because on the one side you have Colony Cinemas and Wildfields Brewing, and on the other side you have your downtown and your Entrada, Traffic Way businesses, Raconteur Room, all those guys. So you have, it really is kind of that framework, if you will.
And what a cool area to have the events.
Yeah.
With the, you got the original building, from what, 18...
Built before Hearst Castle, 1913 to 1918, that building.
Wow.
So
And I mean, it's just a great image and picture, of this event. So, but that happens the end of March.
Yes, March 25th. And they kick off March 24th at Wildfields Brewing starting at 6 o'clock. They have a VIP brewers event. And then the next day, 12 to 4, and I believe there's the first hour is VIP, and then then there's the regular time frame at the event. So go online to visit Atascadero.com and click on events, and you'll see that they do have a giveaway going on right now. So really important to get your tickets. I believe it's a 2-night stay, and you get a whole VIP package,
nice.
Enter and win, and there's a QR code that takes you directly to the ticketing website and all of that. So
very cool.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun.
Awesome. And so we have something starting tonight.
Yeah, so we kick off First Fridays we started that in 2020, so we all know what happened, right? We had the best First Fridays, first 3 First Fridays starting in January, February, and then March. So we decided we would bring that back around and kick that off again. And so this is our March First Fridays tonight, starting at 5:30. And we have Lulu and the Chaos, and they're a fantastic band. It'll be a lot of fun. And then we're going to have a vintage and artisan street fair going on as well. We thought pull in something different for people, to just come check out. If anything, make it a date night. Come downtown after you enjoy the band or before, go to dinner. There's so many different fun craft brewers, wine bars, you name it. We have a lot going on. We're open container. Don't want to advertise that too much, but I just did.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great thing.
It's a good thing, and we'll have 4 food trucks out there as well if you want to just kind of hang right there with the band. We have Bear City Social, Paradise Shaved Ice. I'm going to forget 2 of them because I'm on a roll, and that's what happens.
Yeah.
But there's a couple other of our food
Awesome.
trucks. It's all listed on our website, visit Atascadero.com, so you can kind of check it out. It's free to attend. So, yeah.
So this First Fridays is it going to be a music every First Friday, or is it going to be something
every
different?
First Friday, and sometimes something different. So like in April, we're going to have Stellar Band, and that'll be April 7th. And then that kind of kicks off to Easter weekend. Easter's on April 9th. So the downtown retailer is going to have a retail crawl, which is you have this whole kind of map, if you will, passport. That'll be called the A-Town Downtown Passport. Hashtag A-Town Downtown. I should do this now because I'll be right in there with the whole Tonight Show. And you'll be able to enter and win a shopping spree. So it'll be a lot of fun. The retailers will all be open later. So kind of get your spring shopping on, your Easter goodies, and have a lot of fun with that. And then we'll roll into May 5th. Will be huge, Cinco de Mayo. We'll have a sip and shop with the Chamber of Commerce. It's their art and wine walk. And then we'll have fireworks at 8 o'clock that night.
No kidding.
If vegetation isn't too dry and our fire department's okay with it, we'll be launching basically Tamale Festival the next day, and then have the Cinco de Mayo celebration with that. And different retailers will have bands as well, so it'll be a lot of fun to just kind of walk around. And every first Friday there'll be something. So definitely go on to visit Atascadero.com. There's a lot there. We have our concert series. We just launched that on our different summer concert series for Saturdays in the park. So there's a ton going on. You can't say that you can't find something to do.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So Terrie, let me ask you a question. How does it make you feel as the person that is kind of spearheading a lot of these, ideas and events and, the stuff that you've been doing? I mean, what Atascadero has grown to be, how does that make you feel? And as you just watch this blossom?
You know what? It's fun to be a part of something super positive for people and establishing memories, and it's what it's all about. I'll get all choked up.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what it is. I mean, it's your passion.
Yeah.
It's your passion. It's your love for the city of Atascadero and the people that live there, and to really call this community home. And you're really bringing some awesome events that like you said, memories, and that's what we live for.
Establishing memories.
We live for those memories.
Absolutely. And it gives all families an opportunity to come down and enjoy, whether if they don't like Lulu and the Chaos, but they like Stellar Band or whatever they want to do, or even just coming down and just getting out of the house and come enjoy your city, because you live in this beautiful place. Come down and enjoy it. And we're giving you reasons to come out and do that. So, other than that, I can't make the weather be sunshine all the time,
Right.
but if I could, I would.
But you're doing a good job at trying.
Yes, thank you.
Awesome. Terrie, thank you so much for coming on, and we really appreciate your support here at What's Up North County for you guys, and we look forward to helping you bring all the events and everything that you guys are doing in Atascadero to our viewers.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Well, there you have it, guys. Want to thank Terrie Banish with the City of Atascadero for coming in and telling us all about what they have going on. And make sure you guys get down there. Downtown Atascadero at 5:30 starts the first Fridays. But guys, we can't do this without our sponsors, and we want to show our love. Escalar Wines, Wine Travelers Hideaway, Rancho Sestero Meat Cutting, 805 Customs, Amy and Jamie's Place, Airflow Filter Services, Kennedy Club Fitness, and now the City of Atascadero. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.